So what is an eco-village to you?
So the eco-village for me, it can be a physical place. It can be a place that is a community. It could be an urban eco neighborhood. It could be just a school group coming together that are practicing eco lifestyles. But it also, for me, it resonates with the eco village that's within each person. Um, how we can be with ourselves, how we can dialogue, how can we live a beautiful, happy, sustainable lifestyle. Be happy with ourselves inside so that we can manifest it on the outside in all our interactions.
Yeah, something that comes from within that you can feel about what it is you want to support, that you are passionate about, that is meaningful for you, not even as something to do, but because you just want to be it. That gives us some type of a motivation and a reason, a purpose to continue with the work that we do.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why we're in Genoa, yeah?
Yeah. And Genoa is also interesting because it is really a collection of people, of individuals, as well as projects and communities and schools and local government. And it's really like people discovering like who they are and like you said, how can we do this work? How can we reflect what is inside to the outside?
Yeah.
And practice eco-village values and and lifestyle within their communities. So it's in Genoa or in our region, Oceania and Asia, it's not just about like the physical intentional community. It goes beyond that.
Right.
Because we really do have village communities still existing where like even in the cities, people still live in community together. It's so strong here.
Yeah.
So how can we bring that rather than separate from that?
Right.
Yeah. Bring this lifestyle.
Yeah. And how can we interact with those who have been living a traditional lifestyle that we would consider eco-village,
right,
without needing to label it as something, but honoring what they already have and how we can reintegrate that back into our own awareness and the wisdom that naturally just came from the earth living and the intuitive connection with this planet that made them not a village in the way we might define it from a network perspective, but everything that was innate within them.
Helping people to reconnect and remember like who they are and that sustainability that we talk about so much in the world that we have to bring that actually is there already.
Yes. And how too in that way we can use these as models and examples for what we also have inside, so that no matter where we are, we can continue to connect with that understanding about life on this planet. The true eco-village that starts from within.
I feel like so much of the movement in the past, because we do have amazing models from around the world of eco-villages and people who really saw that there was a problem in the world with the systems and actually had to separate themselves to try something different. And we can see that they work. But now at this moment in history, we're really looking at how do we take what was practiced and learned or re-remembered, and then how do we mainstream it? How do we bring it to the greater population and really create something that's much more global and much more interconnected? Like really become that global village.
And that was the reason for the Emergence Convergence. So that we can have this space to gather, so that we can commit to just being with each other, not having an agenda or a purpose or a mission for which we need to accomplish a goal by the end of things, but that we can let people see each other face to face so they know who it is that represents this movement of energy and information and ways of bringing together old systems and new systems to create something new. This co-creative process through which we don't just identify with each other as individuals, but really see what the village within the eco sense of things is at a community level. For every region we've been bringing this to around Asia, and then now Sri Lanka.
And I think what's the really beautiful thing about this convergence in Sri Lanka is also that what people are saying is that we thought we were alone, actually. And here we come together and I don't feel like that anymore. Like I know that there are others who can join me in my vision for what I want to do in this world or in my community.
Yeah.
And that's really like empowering, because when you know that you're supported by a community, things feel much more possible. There's so much more potential of the work actually happening, coming to fruition, you know.
Yeah.
So that's been really powerful.
Yeah, and I resonate with that, and everything that seems to be spoken through those who are here, that even in just that opening circle, introducing ourselves and hearing that people are speaking the same language, even if they're doing different projects, but they didn't know how connected we could be. If you're seeing someone who works on very direct sustainability projects or gardens and permaculture, to have a relationship with a social entrepreneur or a businessman or a government official or an artist, that somehow we're able to just see each other, and then through the seeing that emerges in joining together, something else is happening. But we couldn't plan that.
Yeah.
and it would take every person who's here to make it visible, but suddenly something else is made so present in the space. I think that's why we keep doing this. For me, it's a huge part of allowing for this to be possible in different parts of Asia, and we'll see, maybe other parts of the world.
It's about creating openings at this moment in time, because we have come from such a deep, long history of war and tragedies and so much conflict, and still we see the world going through this. So by coming together and opening up spaces where we can come into a place of trust is so important right now in Sri Lanka, but also in so many countries around the world. Like you're saying, really see each other for who we are, going beyond those layers of conditioning of religion and caste and our work backgrounds, and just going to some place that's much deeper, to see each other as real humans, like that we are on this planet together.
Right. I think we're taking this beyond what it is to just speak about oneness in a spiritual way. This is an integrative way to take what is often seen as just the spirit version of connection and collectivity and consciousness, and are merging it with all of these very practical ways in which people are trying to make a difference. Not because they need to, but because they really want to. They're so passionate about that. And it makes sense at that level of connection to the earth and to where are we evolving to. It's this new way of seeing the eco-village, so that we're able to continue in how perhaps a global tribe could actually be the way in which we no longer need the old systems.
And I guess this is where our organization network comes in, Genoa, the Global Eco-Village Network for Oceania Asia, is that we really want to support this movement. We really want to make visible the stories that are coming out from our countries and the region. We want to share those stories, because the more that these stories become visible, the more that it inspires people. It brings hope that, wow, there is something actually shifting. It's not just me really trying to, or me or my community trying to do something. Like, we are connected as a tribe, as a network. So that's really our role in our organization, is that we're like the connectors, because the system, the network already exists.
Right.
And we're just coming in to help to connect and make visible what is already there.
Yeah, we're making bridges and filling gaps.
Right. So that's the role that we play in our network.